I have an all-season tyre, a touring summer tyre, and an ultra high performance summer tyre. Also, an icy hill. Let's see how they perform. So I believe this is the steepest part of Colchester, or at least the steepest road that I know of, and it's covered in snow today. I'm in a front wheel drive car without a mechanical limited slip differential. It weighs about 1,200 kilos and I'm stopping on the steepest part of the hill. Let's see if I can get this thing going on this steep hill, which is covered in snow, with these summer tyres. Very high quality Michelin Primacy 4 summer tyres. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to give as little power as possible to avoid wheel spinning. So, no one coming. Let's get going. Oh, I'm wheel spinning. Oh, the car's shifting to the left. Come on. Tiniest bit of power. Tiny bit of power, and it just wheel spins. Try that again. Really small amount of power. There we go. Can stop myself rolling back. If I ease, no, and then it just spins up to 4 or 5 miles an hour. Got a car coming soon, so I may have to reverse to get out of the way. I'll try one more time. I'll try sort of just turning a little bit, try and find the grip. It's just not going, is it? Oh, have I got something there? Because if you turn the wheel, sometimes you can find a little bit of grip. Oh, here we go. Come on. Oh, but it's a long way to go, and I'm not doing my clutch a lot of good. Yeah. I might just have to give up on this. One more go. Ah, no. I'm going to try again, but this time with a run up. I think I can make it if I have some momentum. So let's get going. Let's try and get as much speed as I can before the steepest part of the hill. Keep it straight. Go, go, go. Keeping it straight. Oh, I can feel I haven't got much traction at the front. Just even steering here to go between these cars isn't easy. It's flickering. It's trying to help me go. See, I haven't got much steering at all. Just ease off the power a little bit, try and get some steering so I'm not wheel spinning as much. And yeah, I can make it up here just about. Whoop, wheel spinning again. Just about make it up here on these summer tyres with a run up, but I am wheel spinning quite a lot. I'm having to continuously modulate the throttle because it keeps spinning up. I'm trying to reduce that power. And at the end of the road here, well, hopefully I don't have to stop. Keep it going slowly. Check. Yeah, it looks clear. Come on, car. Come on, tyres, should I say. Make the turn up the hill, just about making it round. Yeah, so not ideal, just about manageable with a run up, but that's not how you want to drive. Very little grip with the road. So the touring summer tyre had enough grip that it could stop on the hill, wasn't going to slide down the hill. When I used the gas and lifted the clutch up to go, I had enough grip so that I wasn't going to roll back when I took the handbrake off. But as soon as I lifted the clutch just a little bit more to try and give a little bit more power to the wheels to get it rolling up the hill, it just wheel span. No matter how careful I was, the wheels would spin. That hill is steep. I know it doesn't look that steep on camera. The camera flattens out the hill, but it's the steepest hill I know in the area. If I want to test someone's hill start skills out, that's where I take them. I am a driving instructor, in case you're wondering why I would do that. I'm now in a Toyota Corolla Hybrid. It's over 200 kilos heavier than the previous car. Yet, I feel like I have a lot more control because I have Michelin Cross Climate 2 all-season tyres on here. And here we go, the steep hill. Let's stop on the steep bit again. I think about here, it's steep. Stop there. Bear in mind, this is incredibly steep, even though it doesn't look it on camera. I can't think of a steeper place than this, which is snowy at the moment, or anywhere actually in Colchester. All the cars are facing that way because you have to be a complete idiot to try and drive up this hill, especially when it's icy like this. It's not been salted. We are talking about ice on the floor. The snow has been compacted. No limited slip differential, mechanical or electronic. And it's still going to be difficult for me to get up this hill because it's not an easy ask in this front wheel drive car. Let's try though. A very small amount of power. Let's see if we can get going. There we go. I'm moving. Not wheel spinning yet. I have to start slowly because if I just put my foot down I will wheel spin, but I can get up this hill. The hybrid system makes it a little bit easier because I don't have to deal with the clutch. Therefore, it's easy just to give a small amount of power because it's electric drive that's starting me off. However, I do have quite a lot of skill with the clutch without blowing my own trumpet. I have been driving for over 20 years, been teaching people to drive for about 17 years now. So I can give a small amount of power with the clutch. It's easier in this car. It needs less skill to get it going, but importantly, those tyres are making this easy. Look, it's less steep here. I can just get going on this ice. And if I want to stop, just press the brake and I feel like I've got control. I'm not skidding. I can steer over here, over here. Doesn't seem like my wheels are disconnected from the front of the car, and it's all to do with the tyres. This car should be worse in the snow. It's heavier, it's got no kind of limited slip differential, yet it's better. The only advantage it does have is because of the hybrid system, you don't need the skill to get it going. Anyone can give a small amount of power in this. Just press the gas a little bit. If you're trying to give a small amount of power with the clutch, well, it's a lot harder. I've just watched that back, and when I said it doesn't seem like the wheels are disconnected from the front of my car, I thought, well, that's a bit misleading. Maybe you don't know what I mean. So I'm going to clarify that now. When I was driving the car with summer tyres, when I was steering the steering wheel, it felt like there was a disconnection there. I was turning, but the car wasn't turning as much as I wanted it to. I was getting understeer. I felt a bit disconnected. When I was driving this car with the Michelin Cross Climate 2 All Season tyres, I felt connected. It didn't seem like there was a disconnection anymore. I was connected. I was turning to the left and the car was turning to the left, to the right, and it was moving to the right. Not just a little bit, not sort of vaguely, but the amount I was asking it to. I'm now in a Porsche Cayman with some tyres that are definitely not suited to these conditions. They are Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres, which are an ultra high performance summer tyre meant for the road and track. They are meant for dealing with high temperatures, not ice. But this car does have an advantage. It has a mechanical limited slip differential, which means if one of the wheels starts to spin, it will lock the wheels together and make both wheels spin. Most two-wheel drive cars actually become one-wheel drive when the road gets slippery because one wheel just spins whilst the other one doesn't. It's known as one-tyre fire. Not that you're going to have much fire in these conditions. Although there is a disadvantage. It's a robotised manual. The robot is doing the clutch, which means I don't have control of the clutch, which means I'm relying on the robot to allow me to give a small amount of power to try and get up this hill without wheel spinning. But it is quite a good one, so I'm hoping it will do well. And it's mid-engined rear-wheel drive, so the driven wheels have the engine over them, meaning they have some weight, therefore they should get some traction. But that's the same with the front engine cars. The front engine cars were front engine front wheel drive, whereas this is mid-engined, which basically means the engine is very close to the rear wheels, rear wheel drive. So it should be similar on that front in these conditions. Right, let's try and get going again, shall we? Right, so quite a good robot. Oh, there we go. Yep, already sliding a little bit. I'm not hopeful I'm going to get up this hill. Okay, let's stop on the steepest section, which is somewhere between here and that lamppost, or here. Now I'm going up the steep bit. Oh no, I'm already losing traction, and as you can see, I'm not even trying to start on the hill now. I'm just trying to get to the starting position, and that car was reversing out. I thought, to hell with that, I'm going back in my driveway. I'm going to try one more, and then I'll probably have to give up on this. It's got heel hold assist, but no, my back end's just turning. I'm not going anywhere. Time to reverse and let this white car reverse out of their driveway. Actually, even just coming down this hill is difficult on the brakes. The car, well, I wouldn't want to go down this hill with any speed, because even keeping it slow at this speed is difficult. The tyres are sliding on this ice. I'm struggling to actually stay stationary, let alone go up the hill. I'm not trying that again because I don't think it's safe trying to get this car and these tyres up that hill. I had a place in mind I wanted to get to do the hill start, and it didn't even make it there. The car started slowing down, the back just started to move around a little bit, and I had to stop. And that is actually a disadvantage of having rear-wheel drive and a limited slip differential. Although rear wheel drive and a limited slip differential gives you more traction. You can get more power to the road before you will wheel spin. When you do wheel spin, the car skids in a less safe way. The back wants to come round, the car wants to rotate, which is one of the reasons why so many cars are front wheel drive these days, because they are safer. And also, when I reversed back down that hill, I didn't feel I had full control of the car at all times. There were times when I was steering and the car wasn't going exactly where I wanted it to go, and there were times when I was trying to slow down and the car wasn't slowing down much. Most of the time it was, but there were a few occasions where I used the brake and yeah, it slid. So I don't think it's safe to continue trying to get up that hill. I'm going to leave it there. So although these Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres are fabulous, brilliant on the road, brilliant on track, I've done 750 track miles on these tyres in dry conditions and wet conditions. They give me a lot of confidence, and on the road they're quiet, they're comfortable. They are not suited to ice. So I'm going to get this car back on some gritted roads and take it home. What's interesting about this test is that the car that was supposed to be the most capable on ice, the one with a mechanical limited slip differential, mid-engined rear wheel drive, that's how they used to build rally cars until Audi Quattro showed us four-wheel drive, and then that kind of took over. But the car that was supposed to be the most capable on ice was the least capable on ice because it had the least capable tyres on ice. Tyres matter here. The car that was supposed to be the least capable on ice because it has an open differential, no mechanical locking diff, no electronic locking diff. If I'm on a slippery section of road and one of the tyres starts to slip, that tyre is just going to slip. All the power is going to that tyre. There's no way to direct power to the tyre that has grip. That's the Corolla, but it still got up the hill because the tyres more than made up for the fact that it was the least capable car on ice, not having a locking diff of any kind, just having an open diff. But what surprised me about this test, I didn't expect this, was how far apart the touring summer tyre was from the ultra high performance summer tyre fitted to the Porsche. So the touring summer tyre on this Seat Leon, although I didn't have as much grip as I wanted, I still felt safe. And it's not to do with the fact that this is front wheel drive and the Porsche is rear wheel drive. I'm not talking about that. I just felt like I had a lot better steering, better brakes and better ability to accelerate with this touring summer tyre than I did on the ultra high performance summer tyre fitted to the Porsche. Yes, rear wheel drive means when you wheel spin the back moves a little bit, but I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about how little grip I had. I felt safe driving on this touring summer tyre. Not ideal, but I felt safe. I didn't feel safe driving on the ultra high performance summer tyre on the Porsche, which is why I got it back onto some salted roads where there's no ice and I drove it home. So, do you need an all-season tyre? No, you don't need an all-season tyre, but in my opinion, given the conditions in Britain and how tyre technology has moved on, I'm starting to think that the default tyre of choice for everyday cars, commuter cars, family cars, not performance cars, but everyday cars, should really be an all-season tyre. Why isn't it then? Why are touring summer tyres the default tyre of choice for most people? Well, that's the tyre that comes from factory. Well, I think it's because all-season tyres do have a disadvantage, and that is wet stopping distances and how sharp the steering feels, how sporty the car feels to drive. Yes, an all-season tyre, the steering doesn't feel quite as sharp and your stopping distances are probably going to be a bit longer in the wet, and that seems like a very significant disadvantage, and I agree. But as tyre technology is moving on, that difference is getting smaller. We've run all-season tyres on our Corolla for over a year now, and during the summer and during wet conditions I've forgotten that we've got all-season tyres. I'm impressed with how they perform. Subjectively, they feel like a normal tyre and they're quiet and they last long. I'm sure if you were to measure the stopping distances in the wet, you'd probably be able to measure it, but subjectively I'm not really feeling much difference in grip between this Seat Leon with the touring summer tyre and the Corolla with the all-season tyre. In fact, the Corolla, because of its independent rear suspension, I think that handles better than this car. So I think the disadvantage, although it's there, it's got so small now with such a big advantage in the winter that, in my opinion, and it is an opinion, the default tyre of choice for general driving, commuter cars, family cars, should really be, in Britain where we occasionally get cold and icy weather, should probably be all-season tyres. Word of warning though, make sure you get a true all-season tyre. There is evidence to suggest that some tyres that are marketed as an all-season tyre are really a winter tyre, but just marketed as an all-season tyre. They work in the snow, great, but you don't want a winter tyre in summer conditions. It's going to be noisy, it's going to wear quickly, and your wet stopping distances will be significantly greater on a winter tyre than they would on an all-season tyre, true all-season tyre, and a touring summer tyre. I can recommend Michelin Cross Climate 2 tyres because we've ran them for a year on the Corolla, very happy with them, continuing to run them. There are other premium brands of all-season tyre out there, but I can't comment on them because I haven't tried them. Michelin did supply me with the tyres a while back to do a review. I've done that review now. I could switch to some different tyres, but I'm happy with the tyres, so I am sticking with them. I do recommend them, but it doesn't mean they are the only good all-season tyre out there. I'm sure there are others also. Well, I hope you found the video interesting. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're looking for car insurance, check out the links to Collingwood and Confused in the description. If you're learning to drive and want to insure yourself on somebody else's car, then Collingwood are there for you because you can do so without affecting the owner's policy. And that takes away a big stress from the owner of that car that you're using to practice your driving in. Via the link at the moment, there's up to 35% off and a £20 gift card. If you want to insure your own car, I recommend checking out the link to confused.com because with Confused, you fill out one quote form and get loads of quotes back from many insurers to compare who's cheapest. And you can change the car on that quote as many times as you like to compare how much it costs to insure different cars. That's a quick and easy way to compare the cost of insuring cars if you're shopping around for a car. Using the links doesn't cost you anything, but it does support the channel, so thank you very much. Subscribe to get my future videos, and until the next one, cheerio.